Hello everybody, it's the Harbinger, this is Wingspan on Steam, and this is our opening hand. So what are we dealing with here? We have the Princess Stephanie's Astaferia, which is nice. It gives us an option to lay eggs in the forest, which means that we don't really have to focus too much on the grasslands, which is great because we have a lot of payout birds here for not focusing on building up grasslands with stuff we really want to. There is the carrion crow toner frogma thing going on here. Means that if we play this guy, then we can play this guy, and he will basically be worth as many more points as there are rounds left in the game. And for every more predator we play, it's going to be even more worth. What are these here? Omnivore Expert. Omnivore Expert is actually also a really great call for the carrion crow here. So I am thinking that we might want to go for something like this. What's in the bird tray here? There is the South Island robin, the budger, and the common goldeneye. Neither of these are particularly something we are extensively looking at to pick up. However, if we plan to go for a route where we put the Princess Stephanie's Astaferia in the forest for our egg generation, then a common goldeneye that also supplements that would be really good. So that might be it. Maybe pick up these three guys. Take these foods here. Take the Omnivore Expert, and yeah, this goes in the forest. This goes in the wetlands, and this goes in the grasslands. I think that's gonna be fine. I'd love to also maybe be able to pick up the golden head Sistola here. That way we can shoop and have additional birds for the common golden eye down the road. But that leaves us with less food. I mean, we can afford to do that. So let's. So the drawback of doing that is then we have to spend all our food to play the Princess Stephanie's Astaferia. Then we will only have two foods after the first activation here, and we need to play another bird, or else we will run out of additional egg space and lose the benefits there. So if we are to play out the toner frogmouth pretty fast, we kind of need to save the nectar, and yeah. I hadn't looked at the food available, but the food available works really well with our game plan. Yeah, I think we skip this guy and we play that down this guy, activate it, take some food, play the toner frogmouth, try to pick up the common goldeneye, and see what we can make of this game here. If we don't get this, I'm not horrified and disgusted. It's an okay card. It's at its best in the complete early game, but the main benefit of this is that it's going to supplement the Princess Stephanie's Astaferia, because we are basically gonna get one egg every time we take food, and we are taking two food each turn. So as long as we're playing birds that are costing two foods and an egg, we are gonna be okay with the Stephanies. But when we're getting up here, when we need two eggs, we are kind of falling a bit off there. Now, a really bad part about this game plan here is that we are specifically giving a lot of eggs to a single opponent here, and they might have a really good game popping off because of what we are doing. Then again, they also plan to maybe give us grains over the course of the game. But yeah, so they were already planning to play point-giving birds here. So I don't think that the additional eggs they get are really I don't think that they would be suffering for eggs if they are playing their first birds in the grasslands anyway. But both birds upon one place are birds that give us food, so that's cool and neat. Okay, let's see what the first one is here. The key. I mean, it's gonna be nice to put that into the grasslands together with the carrion crow. But yeah, let's also pick up the common golden eye here. Reroll this and cache one of those foods on the bird. And let's see. We are not suffering for time to play out this guy. We don't have any synergy pieces with it yet, so it's not that good currently. If we pick up the Budgerer, play it, this guy would be a little bit higher rated, but I'm not very eager to play this guy out this early. So instead, I think we are gonna. We are in no hurry to play the Carrion Crow either, so let's just draw some more cards and see what we might do here. Bush Tit, however, that is definitely something we are very eager to play here. Okay, so this guy gives 2 points every activation, and it has loads of egg space, so it's just a really good card. Also, it combines with the common golden eye for some additional points, so yeah. That's a huge play, and I think getting out these two might be beneficial, or this guy. So if we can only get out either the common golden eye or the carrion crow, and both of them give a single point, I'd much rather have the common golden eye, as they are gonna get us egg resources, which are needed down the line, and the opponent hasn't played predators, so yeah. We aren't in a rush to play this guy either, even though it's a 7 point now, it will be a 6 point next round, and if we can find some more predators we actually want to play, it will become better. However, we are gonna need some food for the bush tit, so let's take nectar and whatever here, and I think we are gonna take some more eggs. Big question is, where do we put this guy? We could put them in the forest. That way we have loads of egg gain here, and or we could put it over here. That way we can, ooh, the shipping sparrow. And another thing about this guy is that now we also have a second reliable egg source, so we don't really need to play out this guy if we don't really want to. So we might actually not do it when we decide what we want to focus on here. Let's see. Do we? I really like the shipping sparrow for basically the same reason as the bush tit, is that it gives us eggs over the course of the game. And that makes us also able to ignore the Princess Stephanie's Esteferia to give the opponent eggs. Then again, the opponent has built up stuff here that indicates they don't mind going for a grasslands game, so I don't know. I think I want it enough to pick it up, so let's do that. Then I think we are gonna tuck the common golden eye, because I don't think we are gonna need that additional eggs. I think we are gonna struggle to eat out the eggs from the bush tit and the shipping sparrow enough as it is. Okay, getting some free grains there at the end turn. That can actually be used. Ooh, mute swan and born swallow. Hello. That is perfect for us. Perfect. Mute swan gives Omnivore Expert more value. Barn swallow, it's a tuck draw, so that's great. We are at the end of this stick here. We can draw 4 cards. Tuck 1, 2, 3, 4. Draw back 2. Tuck 1 more here. So we are. If we play out all of this, it's gonna be yeah. Let's pick up these while they are still available. And I think we are currently tucking the common swift here, because now we are changing gears. We are early in round 2. It's completely possible to shift gears to a mute swan based build here, because this is just way too much guaranteed points to ignore in the early game here. And yeah, I still think we want to try to keep the key around, so let's go here and pick up some more cards we're not interested in. Tuck this guy, and I don't think we're gonna go the carrion crow plan. Opponent hasn't played anything, we have played one, that's not good enough, I think. California quail, let's tuck that for an egg, and take this. And no, after we play the barn swallow, we waited until there were 2 eggs here, because I want the bush tit to lay as many cards, lay as many eggs as they can, and if we don't, I should have realized that we were gonna need to take more food from mute swan anyway, so I shouldn't have overspent for that. Let's not take grains, since the opponent gives us grains for free. And while we're here, why not lay an egg on birds like that, since we need eggs in the forest and eggs in these nests for the final round and goals. Okay, then Born Swallow. Then we are drawing 3 cards, and we are basically going for a net 0 on the cards that we draw, like this. Yeah, we are not gonna play chipping sparrows in this round, so I think the remainder of food might go to play out the gray-headed mannequin and the key at the end of the game. But noisy miner, I don't want the opponent to have that. I think it's a really efficient guard to generate points off, and I don't want the opponent to have that possibilities. Let's tuck it underneath there. Get the sandhill crane. That might be juicy. The opponent sometimes give us free grain, and using that free grain to tuck to the sandhill crane is a possibility. I think we rather want to just play out a guaranteed 8 point in a wild turkey, though. If I could, if we had to spend some free grains or something. Opponent also gives free cherries, so this will be an 8 point play in the grasslands at some time. So yeah. Whooping crane, is that something we are considering here? It gets us up to 4 cards. It also locks out the possibility to play out a decent final card here. Let's look at other options here. For example, we could be playing the Great Heel instead. We do have the possibility to gain more points every turn here. The question is that do we? So if we compare it to the Whooping Crane, the Whooping Crane basically gives 6 points for itself, loses 2 points from eggs, so that's 4, and you would expect to get maybe 4 points out of the bonus card. We are doing a weapons engine here, so we are playing a lot fewer birds than we usually would, so these birds aren't really that good. Maybe both the key and the Whooping Crane are bad plays here. Maybe we just much rather want to play something like maybe like the Great Heel there. So let's check these 3, since I thought about that and realized my ways were wrong. Look at that, and yeah. The Tone Frogmouth has actually been really good at generating points for us. We forgot to play out the gray-headed mannequin. We were supposed to do that for the 2 points there. That's a shame. Trumpeter Swan, that's a 9-pointer though. Playing out this guy now lets us tuck stuff if it's 1 out of 3. 1 out of 3 birds are wetlands birds, and that we specifically don't want to draw it. So this needs to hit 7 out of 11 remaining stuff to be worth it over this Trumpeteers one. Yeah, let's do that. Let's start now and start generating a card surplus. Ideally, we'd pick up something like our repeater bird or something, the mockingbird or the catbird. They are the greatest engine fillers, because they let you copy the mutes one once more, and that's just the actual recipe for a great engine here. We are tucking the purple gallinule, tucking the black throated diver. We're tucking the Walks Swift, Carolina Chickadee, and the Eurasian green woodpeckers. Shkoop, shkoop, shkoop. We are drawing a card. I think we're also tucking the white-bellied seagull, but we are at least tucking the chestnut-colored longspur. And we are using the bird feeder to get some more foods to tuck on the tawny frogmouth. So how many points are we expecting a turn in this engine here? We have 3 points from the mute swan, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points a turn. That's a pretty good engine. So happy with that. Killdeer is nice. This guy is a 6-pointer, so yeah, it's not gonna be worth it to sack it to the cassowary. We're getting 4 eggs for the exchange. This is worth more because of Omnivore Expert, but I don't think it's good enough. We are tucking the emu, tucking the cassowary. Yeah, we did that. Choose a card, any card. And we are drawing here. What for the bird that can't be played? Take that and get a thing. So yeah, at one point we had one of the birds that lets you play another bird in the forest, and that might have made it worth to play the cassowary, because then it can replace itself, and that's not a huge cost to lose that single 1-pointer for that. Let's see. We could do the Gall's Finch into the gray-headed mannequin. That's a cool combo. So we can either tuck it for a single point, or we can play it for 3 points. So I think we're gonna keep that specific bird. Now we are also in the need for something to play as the final thing we're gonna play, but that's a problem for down the road. Draw something here. Black vulture might be that in a pinch. Let's keep that around and tuck the wetland birds for now. I guess the tawny frogmouth is a very high guaranteed for a single point a turn, because it is I think there is the rodent side, there is the vertebrate side, and then the vertebrate and grain side. So there's half of the sides on each die, and you roll 5 dice are positive. So I think this is a really high chance of success. I don't think we are really lucky. I think it's low chance of being unlucky. Anyway, the dream would be to have let's see, we have 2 grains now after we paid for those things. So basically we need 2 more grains or a cherry, and we can play the gray-headed mannequin into the goldfinch into the wild turkey. That's fine, and that's also a way for us to get rid of some eggs at the end of the game, even though we can't lay them now. So yeah, that's also something that's irrelevant here. Let's eat the white fate ibis and eat the black-headed gull, and tuck. Ooh, no, that's the final card we are playing out of the sequence. Awesome. Okay, okay. We're even gonna have the spare cards because this is an engine that generates surplus in its card draw because we are drawing 2 more cards than we are tracking every turn. So yeah, that's correct. Yeah. We still have we still have an entire next round. I was like, oh no, did I forget to keep our keep our stuff here? Let's see, gonna take you. I think we'll keep the Grey Warbler. I'm gonna take you and you. So why are we keeping the Grey Warbler around? It's since we are not getting past here, playing out this guy, while, for example, playing out this guy is it's a free enabler to do that, since we are not we aren't going to pay the egg for the food for the bird we play after that. So it's a free enabler, and that might get us another bird to lay eggs into if we really want to try to beat out the opponent on this thing here. Are we actually beating them currently on that with a with a no for a no grasslands engine because we had laid eggs here earlier? That's stupid. Okay, I think we're gonna do that. Let's play out the Grey Warbler, like and eat eggs out of the bush tit. Do this, and then we are gonna play out the Goldfinch, and we can play. Then we can. Then at the end of the game, this guy will trigger. For that trigger, we're gonna play out this guy. For that trigger, we're gonna play out this guy. And I guess we can also afford to play out the Grey-headed mannequin. And I guess we can even afford to play out the... we can almost afford to play out the wild turkey over here, because we're gonna have 2 more activations down here. So we have 4 turns. We're gonna lose out on a single point here because we don't have enough egg space, but it's still gonna be 1 maybe, 2 maybe, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So yeah, playing this is wrong. So we are not playing that. I still think playing this was right, because this is basically we pay 1 egg, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, 13, 14, 15, 16, minus 1 egg. So this was the precursion for playing a 15-point action for free. So yeah, it's fine. I think we're just gonna go down here and accept that we aren't getting the bush. Yes, please. Yeah, that's actually the perfect point in the game to get it too. So yeah, because the bush tit is gonna have its eggs full. So playing this thing out now in the forest here, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that we spend the additional eggs. So I think that's fine. And then at the end of the game, playing out this guy over here, and then this guy over here, that leaves us with the most amount of eggs in hand. And yeah, since we have we are going to have the cards to spare for this, so let's take you, and you. We're gonna have the cards to spare because we're drawing 2 more cards each turn we go down here. So and we are gonna do that no matter what. There are no more birds in the deck we rather want to play than just to go down this engine. We drew both of those guys, and we can play them for free at the end of the game. So yeah, let's go down to business. And look here, get that. I think the Great Teal and the Tunnel Frogmouth has been really lucky for us. I don't think the Great Teal is supposed to be that lucky. So so yeah, there is that. And apparently I can't count, because we are not drawing 2 surplus cards each turn. We are drawing a single card surplus each turn, and still it doesn't matter, because we're still gonna have enough cards. So there. 1, 2, 3, 4. There was the Mockingbird. It's a little bit too late. And I'm glad we played the Great Teal instead. There might have been 1 or 2 cards we have picked up along the road that we also might consider to play instead of the Great Teal. But done is done. I think this engine here is... I think the engine here has been really great. Tunnel Frogmouth lucking out 15 times. So yeah, we've been activating this engine here 15 times. That's pretty huge. Mute Swan got 11 action stuff, so Mute Swan gave us about 33 points in tucks. Tunnel Frogmouth gave us 15 points in cachings. Bushtit gave us loads of eggs. Yeah, Bushtit got 11 cards from the Mute Swan, so it basically laid us 13 eggs over the course of the game. Jikes. Alright, Goldfinch, we are gonna play the Grey-Headed Mannequin for a single grey. Then we are gonna activate you, then we're gonna play out the Eastern Imperial Eagle. We're not gonna pay eggs for it, because it is free to play for the Grey-Headed Mannequin, requires 1 less egg. So, yeah, cool. We didn't get to push nectars this game, so that's of course a weakness with Wetlands Engine. We didn't know that we were going for Wetlands Engine this game, so if I had known, if we had had any of the indicators that we wanted to go for Wetlands game in my opening hand, I would prioritize to put to play one of the birds we played in the forest or in the grasslands for the nectar. But we didn't have that indication. But that's the thing you should think about when you are creating your engines. If you are very early noticing that you are maybe going for a full wetlands tuck engine, try to prioritize putting your nectar in the forest. You just squeeze out those 2 additional points for the 42nd place when you're in a 1 versus 1 situation. Anyway, this looks like a decent score, and yeah, 149 is a pretty penny score that we can be really happy with. Opponent got 117 points. That's not bad at all either. Let's look at what they did. They went for a full egg game, even though the full egg game is basically 17 points in eggs. And they played lots of quite a few high-scoring birds. Had the white stork, grey butcher bird. So the white stork into the grey Mitchells is it's a pretty nice combo. You get to lay a lot of eggs in the grasslands. You get to draw a card. You get to tuck that card for fruits, and yeah, it's pretty decent. But yeah, I don't really see why this is a 117 score. But I guess they won quite a few points in the round ends. They won quite a few points in the nectars. They had some bonus card stuffs, and of course they have filled eggs. So yeah, you earn points from doing all of that jazz too. But 149. So we had quite a few things going for us this game that inflated our score quite a bit. We had the Princess Stephanie's as the Feria to give us the free eggs we needed to get everything going. That's very neat. Also, we had the opponent gifting us lots of grains, gifting us lots of cherries here. and in theory also gifting us a lot of food from the hermit thrush, but I don't think they actually did that. So we had a lot of free food to pump into our engine here. Also, we had the luck of going for the wetlands engine with a mute swan. So there are basically 3 different wetlands engines you go for. It's the mute swan one, it's the common chaffinch one, and it's the maned duck one. The maned duck one is good because it gives you additional food. We wouldn't have needed that this game, so we didn't need that to be the one. The common chaffinch is common chiffchaff, and the chaffinch, they are the ones that are going to generate you the most points because they let you tuck the most cards. But they also depend on you having enough cards to tuck, so you can easily run out of cards with these guys. And the mute swan, the main benefit of that is that it lets you redraw a card after you tuck them. So they really work really well together with, for example, the bush tit that also wants to tuck a card but doesn't give you that additional card back. But you want the bush tit after the mute swan in activation. So the great part about this being one with mute swan is that since we had this, we were generating some cards every action down there, so we had the surplus cards to play out the Eastern Imperial Eagle for another 10 points. We had additional cards to play out the Bonelli's Eagle for another 11 points. Yes, they costed us eggs, but these were eggs we were already losing if we didn't spend them. So because we were only generating eggs and bush tits. So yeah, we basically got to play the Bonelli's Eagle and the Eastern Imperial Eagle without paying egg costs, and this one actually was without paying egg costs because we played it out of the grey-headed mannequin. So I hope that is a very very good example of why you don't gift food to people going for a wetlands engine, and why the mute swan lets you play out birds like these guys here. That's that for today. Thank you guys for watching. I've been the Harbinger. We have been playing Wingspan on Steam, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.